More Uko fire. Welcome, friends. Thank you once again for being here. It means a lot to me. I do appreciate it. If you're a subscriber, thank you. If you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing, please. And all of you, ring the bell. You got to do it because YouTube, well, you know. Oh, and if you want to support us directly, please do. Patreon. That's right. I got a Patreon thing. Go right there, I think. Every time. I don't know where that thing is. I think it's over here. Yeah. Or down in the description. You can go there, click on the links, do all that stuff, and go do that. And, if you just want to drop some cash my way, I've also got a PayPal page. It's a gift-giving page. I'll show you where that is. If you just want to do a one-time gift, that would be awesome, too. Now, before we get started on today's episode, there's a couple of things I want to go over. One, we were giving away a bunch of free stuff because I just didn't need to have it cluttering up the place anymore. And I know it was valuable, and I couldn't just throw it away, and I didn't want to sell it. So I wanted to give it away. We're still doing that, okay? As of the time you see this, I'm still getting requests for some of those things. So I haven't forgotten about it, trust me. But we'll get to it. And maybe I ought to do this. After today's episode, that's it. You can't ask for, anything anymore. If you haven't already asked, the chances are gone. Okay? So that way I can put a close to this, and we'll tally it up. We'll add numbers to each of the entries and then select through a random generator or number generator and let you know who wins. So we'll do that on an upcoming episode, okay? I promise. Maybe we'll do that as a live. I don't know how we'll do that. But stay tuned, all right? And then secondly, there was a question, and, it came up, and I just want to get the answer out rather than waiting for a bunch of other questions to come in. And we do get questions a lot. So if you have questions, leave a comment down below or send me an email at theshootingguy@gmail.com. You can always send an email there, or go to my contact page, shootingguy.com/contact-us. Okay. I'll put all those links below and somewhere on the screen and up here and all that. And send me questions if you're wondering about this thing or other things that we've done. And we'd be happy to answer the questions, but they kind of trickle in. And this particular question came on an older video that we did on the Smith & Wesson TRR-8. Okay. And the question, and I'm going to paraphrase. Well, wait a minute. Let me grab the question. Okay. There you go. It comes in from Little Teeth Keith. It's an interesting name. He asks, I think the rifling is different in the TRR-8 from the R8. If that's true, why and which one is better for cast? I'm assuming cast lead bullets. May God bless you. Well, God bless you, Little Teeth Keith. I hope your teeth get bigger. Just joking. Okay, so I didn't think that there was a difference, but then I looked on some of the forums, and let me tell you guys, don't rely on the forums, okay? Just don't. I told Keith in a subsequent message, or Little Teeth, maybe your last name's Keith and your first name's Little Teeth. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to get a hold of my contact over at Smith & Wesson, and I'll get that answer to you, because I don't have an R8 and I couldn't really tell you. And there really isn't anything on the specs online, because I did look that up. And then when I typed in the, Smith & Wesson website and went to their specs and all that, and then I kind of did a little perusal, I noticed that in the forums, the Smith & Wesson forums and some of the independent forums that are running around out there, that there's all sorts of erroneous data. One guy said, and he gave it a name, it's the paradoxical octagonal rifling is in the R8, and that they don't put in the TRR-8, so that's why the R8's better, and all that kind of stuff. Where the heck do you get that kind of stuff from? All you got to do is get a hold of Smith & Wesson. So I got a hold of Smith & Wesson. I got a contact that I work with once in a while from there. This is back in the SHOT Show days remember SHOT Show? Yeah. Well, they canceled it this last year. But anyway, from SHOT Show days, reached out, and this was the response. Okay, there's Smith & Wesson's response. It says, Dear TSG, We would like to thank you for your email and contacting us. I do appreciate it a lot. The rifling are the same on the TR-R8 and R8. Thanks for contacting us. Hope to see you soon. Okay, so there you have it, folks. And Little Teeth, there you have it. The same rifling, same. They don't have hexagonal bipolar rifling or whatever somebody told you. So lesson learned here, go straight to the horse's mouth, find out exactly what that product is. Don't rely on the forums. I'm not saying there aren't good forums out there. I'm just saying there's a lot of garbage that can end up on the forums, and for some reason it propagates into truth. Don't believe it? Go to the source. Okay, that's enough of that. Well, last time I think we were together, I think it was last time, we played with UCO or UCO, and I still don't know what that means. It's an not an abbreviation, but a contraction. No, what's the word where you put initials for something?
Acronym.
Universal Camping Organization. That's not it. By the way, I'm not being paid by these people at all. This was something I got for as a Christmas gift as part of a bunch of little goodies that came together in a goodie bag for Christmas. And they thought of me, and I would just want to say to those of you that sent that to me, thank you. You're awesome. And we're going to play with it today. We played with fire before. This is something a little different. And if you didn't see that other fire one, go back and take a look at that. Sweet Fire by UCO is a fire starter that I think is supposed to burn a much longer time than the other thing, and it helps get fire going. And before we get into any more of the details, let's get to some details, and we'll call them specs. Inside the box, you get 8 strikeable fire starters. See, it says 8 times right there. And a strikeable surface. It's double-sided. Hey, look how clever. The side has a strikeable surface too. When packaged together, they're about 1 3/4 inches wide. It's about 2 1/4 inches tall, and about 1 1/8 inches thick. Each individual fire starter is 2 1/4 inches tall by about 3/4 of an inch wide, and just under 1/2 an inch thick. Individually, they weigh about 1/4 of an ounce. Altogether, it's 1 1/2 ounces. They'll burn for about 7 minutes, they say. We'll find out. For a prolonged shelf life, keep it in the plastic bag. They report to be made of renewable biofuel. What is that biofuel, you might ask? Sugarcane. I suppose you could eat it if you got real hungry. Tastes like cardboard. Now I see why they call it Sweet Fire. It's all making sense now. And as luck would have it, if you're in California, it might cause cancer. Good thing I licked it in Texas. And when you get bored at the campsite, you can play Fire Starter Jenga. Use our Amazon link down below. When you do, it helps us out and it doesn't cost you a penny more. And after using the link, save it to your bookmarks so you can have easy access to it in the future. Thank you. All right, you saw it. And what I think I'll do, I'm going to take this outside and maybe play with it. I'm kind of debating whether or not, oops, I just dropped it. Debating whether or not I would do a comparison between this and something else. But I think what I'll end up doing is lighting one on fire, timing it, seeing how long it lasts. This is not going to be a video on how to start a fire or how to actually get a campfire or something like that going. I got plenty of those, and you can look at my YouTube channel for that. Or if you want one specifically using this, and let me know and I'll put together a video. But this one is just going to be all about how do we get this thing lit? How long does it last? And if it catches on fire, chances are you can start a campfire with it. Let's go outside. All right, we're here with our official piece of concrete, and we're going to try to strike this thing and see how long it lasts. I'm a little optimistic. I mean, it's a fibrous material. It's made from a natural fiber, and it should burn pretty good. Now, what I am going to do is, because it comes with this striker on the side, and I'm going to assume you may want to take this whole box and throw it into your backpack or your day pack or whatever you got, Let's just try this. We know that the little strikers that come inside the little strips will work because it worked on the previous stuff that we did, but I've never tried it on this before, so let's try that. And you don't have to bring the whole box, by the way. They are, little individuals. You can put them in something else. I know I probably will, but let's just, for the sake of today's experiment, do this. All right, are you ready? Oh my gosh! Well, that lit right up. That was pretty cool. It is a bit windy today. It's not rainy, but look at that. Look at how that is going. Let's move it right there. Check that out. Okay, that is certainly enough. So far, enough burn time that if you were to put some kindling and some other tinder around it, well, that's actually your tinder, but smaller pieces of whatever, you should be able to start fire. Look at that. Now, I said I was going to time it, and I'll have a timer running since I struck it, okay? And then we'll let it burn all the way through, see what happens. Okay, I don't know how long that's been so far, but man, if you haven't been able to get your fire going by now, I'm impressed. I don't think I need to go any further for myself. I'll be able to start a fire pretty quickly with this. Just going to put it out this way. I want to see now. Oh, that was some previous tinder from a previous experiment. Oh, and it's still burning, the tin. Look at that. Yeah, that's dryer lint with paraffin. We've talked about that before. And frankly, it got it started. Oh, it's still going. It's red. I don't know if you can see that or not. Does it smell like sugar cane? No. Okay. Well, very impressive. And there's still quite a bit there. Look at that. If you needed to get stuff going again, blow on it and it glows. Nice. Okay. Let's deprive it of oxygen completely and put it out. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my butane lighter and see if I can relight this thing. That'll be interesting. All ready? It's been out a while. Ooh, smoke. Put that in there. Got my, pretty much my EDC, although I didn't have it right on me when I was doing this video. I'm beginning to see, before I start this, I'm beginning to see a pattern here, or not a pattern, but a kind of an ethos. If you had the waterproof, windproof matches that we showed the last time, and this, that might make a good combination. I don't think I want to expect, and I can't expect the matches to actually start my big fire, but this will. So if I have if I use the other thing to actually get a flame going, and this failed, I could use that waterproof or windproof match and light this if I needed to. It's an alternative. It's a good one. All right, let's stand this baby up. Can I start this? Oh, look at that. Yeah, it started right up. All right. There's plenty to burn here. I like it. Gives off some black smoke, but it's okay. It's here to start a fire. And I can quickly just add something to it. Such as, let's get this out of the way. And let's do this. Right? I can do that. And all of a sudden my leaf is on fire, or whatever kindling I'm going to end up using. Bravo. All right, let's go inside and let me give it a rating. All right, so in all honesty, I couldn't help myself. Let's go back over there again because I wanted to try something. I wanted to see if the thing would work if it was soaking wet, and this is what happened. Before I give it a rating, I'm going to put out the fire. I'm actually going to soak it in there just for a minute. And then we'll see if I could start this thing back up again. Okay. Thoroughly wet. Will it start? Let's get my trusty fire starter. No. No. If it's wet, it's wet. Kinda. No. Okay. That answered the question. If this thing gets wet, it's all over. That's good to know. It's good to know. And then, because I just wasn't satisfied, I did this. Ooh, but I hit a dry spot, and look at that. Interesting. It does want to burn. And I can hear it sizzling off the water. Okay. Nice. Okay, all that just to say, if you are persistent and you really need to get fire started, you're going to get fire started, okay? And it really isn't that difficult, but it's tools like this that can make it so much easier in inclement weather, where you've got wetness, you've got wind, and all that kind of thing. So I was impressed. Got to be honest with you. The previous thing, the matches, the flare matches, I forget what they were called. I'll put a link to that video, like I said, and you can take a look at that. But I wasn't too impressed because I guess I was under the assumption that that would be enough to actually start up a fire. The thing was, it burnt very, very quickly. It was waterproof and it was windproof, but because it burnt so quickly, I didn't think you could get some tinder going if it was damp, because it would just take a little bit more time to dry stuff out. Now, if you add this to the equation, the little the fireproof match, the waterproof match, and this thing, that's a force to be reckoned with. So I would say if you had them in combo with each other, I'm going to give this a score pretty high. For me, I'm going to say it's around a 7 to maybe even an 8. Because if you're persistent, and even if it's wet, and give it some time, you'll start a fire. Now, I haven't used it out in the wild in a real I need to get a fire or I'm going to die situation, but in a little bit of a controlled environment, it's not really that much control. I just wasn't in a dire need. I was able to get fire going and relight this thing even if it was wet. So I might even raise the rating of the previous review on those matches because I gave it about a 2.5. A 2.5. I might boost that up to about a 4 if you're using it with this. The reason why I won't go much higher on that one is because it won't sustain flame very long, where this thing, I kept at it, and after about 20 seconds of just get the fire on there, this thing lit up even after it was wet. And did you see how quickly that thing started? As soon as I struck it on the side,
Oh my gosh.
man, it ignited. We had fire. Is it better than dryer lint? I would say it's about the same. That is, its fire capableness. Dryer lint still wins because it's free. You got to dry your clothes. But this goes a long way if for long storage, I would imagine. And you don't need the paraffin, where in the case of dryer lint, you need a paraffin addition to the dryer lint if you want it to burn for a longer period of time. I don't know. Have you guys ever used any of this? Let me know in the comments down below if you've used the SweetFire Strikeable Fire Starter. Let me know what you use to start fire when you're out camping. Even if it's as simple as just a box of matches. What do you use? I just want to know. I want to know. And if you want to see us start a fire from nothing to a full-blown fire that you can cook on and that kind of thing, let me know if you want to see that, and we'll see what we can do. Okay? That's all I got for you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you joining me today. Come back. Don't forget Tuesdays. It's Check-In Tuesday coming up pretty soon, so because today's Thursday, just in a few days. Hope you guys are doing okay, but I am going to check in on you again on Tuesday, and we'll just keep doing this for as long as necessary. Okay, and then Thursdays, of course, come back. We'll do some more reviews. Do I have some more fire things? I don't know. You're gonna have to wait and see. All right. Again, thank you. We'll see you next time. God bless you. God bless America. May America bless God. Yes, some are red and some are blue. Some are old and some are new. Some are sad, some are glad, and some are very, very bad. Why are they sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad.